Good evening, everyone. This is Steven with Rate That Vape, and today we're going to finish up something that I haven't done yet. I'm going to finish describing the tobacco sample pack number 1 from Vaperite. Again, those are the people down in Woodstock, Georgia. And earlier I covered the Ruse Natural Hazelnut Tobacco from that sample pack. And we're going to finish up with the VR4, the RY4, and the odd bunch of the group, in my opinion, the organic Madagascar vanilla tobacco. That one's kind of a fun one, but we're going to go through each of these individually real fast. We're going to start with the VR4. Okay, quick description about it. It's essentially your RY4, except Todd and everyone down there at Vaperite, they use organic tobacco, and they throw a couple little extra things in there. And actually, this one, the VR4 mix that they use, won the 2010 RY4 award up in, I cannot remember the name of the convention. I'll post that down below so you can actually know that, or you can go to the website. And yeah, that's the first one we're going to do today. This one, just like the RY4, does have a very, very good tobacco taste on it, very distinct, very smooth and nice. And on the exhale, it has a very, very nice caramel-like taste. Okay, both flavors very light, blend together very, very well. So again, I'm going to be using my Ego C 1000 mAh battery with the Ego C drip tip on here, and just going to put 4 drops in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going to give this a shot and see how it works. Put my mouthpiece back on. We're going to give this a couple vapes and see what happens here. Very good. On the inhale, you get a very nice tobacco, earthy tone on your mouth, in your mouth, down your throat, all that good stuff. In your sinus cavity, it sticks. I've mentioned that before. Very, very good. I love that about these guys. On the exhale, you get this nice caramel, and there's something else in there. I'm not sure what it is. It's probably because it's an organic tobacco extract. I call it a minty extract. Is almost a mint is what I'm tasting. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's very different from the RY4 in that aspect, but still very nice and very rich. So the neat little thing about the drip tips, I'll just keep that in mind, is even though it doesn't hold a whole lot of liquid in it, as say like a clearomizer or anything like that, it still holds a good bit, and it lasts 5-6 minutes or so, depending on how much you're vaping. If you're constantly going on this sucker, you're going to run out quick. I tend to do that sometimes, which is why I had to clean all my clearomizers and everything. You saw that in a previous video. If you hadn't, go check it out. You'll probably pick up on a few tricks, and if you know of anything else, let me know. I'm always open to more suggestions on it. Blow that in your face for a second, get a couple laughs out of that. And also, while I got your attention on this today, also went and picked up a new sample pack. That's probably what I'm going to be doing for the next good bit, because they have a lot of sample packs over there, and each of them have 4 different flavors in it. And I got the regular sample pack number 2 on Friday. Let's see here, it's Sunday for me, excuse me, and that comes in with some, I'm going to call them different flavors, just because they're kind of out there. They're not your normal, tobacco flavors. They're not your caramel flavors. These starts getting you into the sweet stuff, if you like that kind of stuff. And in this sample pack that they have here, they have Purple Haze is the name, Strawberry Pixie, Tropical Storm, and Red Riding Hood. Now, a couple of these are house favorites, so if you have any questions about it, you can always go down and talk to anyone behind the counter there. Love the throat hit on this. Really enjoy the throat hit on the VR4. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Love it, love it, love it. And again, me being a caramel guy, I love the caramel tones of the RY4 and the VR4, more so in the VR4 than the RY4. Sounds like I'm trying to sell batteries or something, I know, with all those short numbers and letters. Okay, so enough with that one. It's not quite done yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and clear out my drip tip here. And if you're ever curious on how to do that, take your mouthpiece off, set it to the side. Okay, you're going to be using it for later. Grab yourself a paper towel, a handkerchief, a rag, or something. All right, and do be careful because your drip tip here is going to be a little bit hot, so do be careful whenever you do this part. And all you got to do is take and blow on it. To get all the excess juice out. I'm not sure if you can see that little, yep, you can. Okay. So yeah, that's the stain right there from the liquid that's left over in these drip tips. And you always want to do this after every time you switch flavors, otherwise they're going to combine with whatever you put in next. Okay, so do keep that in mind whenever you are doing this. If you have an awkward flavor and it doesn't taste like one that you're trying, it's probably because you have some left over in it. And you just clean it up, couple blows, make sure you clean the threads, clean down on the heating unit a little bit, just twirl up the corner, clean it up, and you'll be good to go from there. Then the next one we're going to try here, we're going to go with the RY4, their famous RY4 that won an award back in 2009, I believe at the same conference as the VR4. But again, correct me if I'm wrong, or I'll go back afterwards and put it down in the description just to keep everything nice and straight for y'all, so I'm not, giving you false information. So this is now their RY4, okay, and just like their sample packs, if you don't remember from the last few episodes I've done, all of their sample packs are 50-50 VG-PG mixes with 16 milligrams of nicotine, okay, so it's kind of a little bit of a heavier one, but you know what, I like it. I like it. I really, really enjoy the RY4 that they have in this mix because it has that caramel. I mean, it has that caramel taste in it. It has that nice earthy undertone that your tobaccos are known for. And just overall very, very good flavor. I know I use that word a lot. Very good. I could use excellent, outstanding, amazing. Take your pick. These are the ones for it. Okay, so if you're looking for something with a good caramel taste and a very nice tobacco earthy tone or something like that, your VR4 and your RY4 are the ones to go to. Now the RY4 has a little bit more of an earthy tone in my opinion than the VR4, and the caramel taste is a little bit more buttery. I would call it a little bit more of a buttery caramel taste as opposed to the VR4s. It's just kind of more like a out there in your face kind of caramel taste, but it blends very nicely with the organic tobacco that they've chosen to use. I'm not exactly sure who they get it from, but that's a very good VR4 there. And their RY4, just like I've said previously, I know I'm rambling a little bit, but it is also one of a kind. And surprisingly, with this 50-50 mix, the throat hit on the RY4 isn't as strong as I thought it would be, really. I mean, I've had some other 50-50 mixes before down there at Vaperite, and I've also had them from other websites as well, Heather's Heavenly Vape, Discount Vapes, iVape, all those places, and I've tried a couple places. Another one is myfreedomsmokes.com. I've tried some 50-50 mixes there in the past and tried them, and they really hit me in the chest, and I wasn't a big fan of that. But this RY4 has a very smooth throat hit. It's not, again, the cough factor in it is not crazy. Okay, and very very quick side note, talking to a couple of people down there, the tobacco in it really doesn't give you the throat hit, even though that's something I find personally. The higher the tobacco nicotine content in there, the better the cough is, or the throat hit that you feel. I was incorrect in that statement, so I do apologize for that. And it's actually your PG. Your PG is what carries the throat hit, okay, and the VG is your plume, okay. So excuse me for that, and we're just going to keep vaping on this and roll right along, because I got one more I want to show you today in this video. And then right after this, I'll be doing another review on a one that they personally handed to me and said, review this. So do keep that in mind, and you'll be actually quite surprised by what they wanted me to show you. So we'll just keep on this for a little bit. Also, like just kind of watching the vapor as it flies around my room here. It's kind of entertaining if you ask me. Also, like, you know, if you have like wind chimes or anything like that, just kind of blow them in there and just watch it and that kind of stuff. It's always kind of fun to do that kind of thing with your vapors. You know, it's kind of like, you know, blowing smoke rings, just kind of watching it. It's kind of relaxing and enjoyable. Okay, kind of derpy if you ask me, but hey, you know what? It's fun. Beautiful. Okay, so we're just going to switch out of that one. Now, keep in mind, both the VR4 and the RY4, okay, are kind of sorry about that, caramel tasting, okay, with a nice undertone of the tobacco, okay. On the inhale and on the exhale, you get more of the caramel flavor. So let me clean this out real quick, and we'll go on to the final one of the sample pack, the tobacco sample pack number 1 that you can get, and that's going to be the organic Madagascar vanilla tobacco. Kind of a long name if you ask me. Wonder if there's a way to shorten it. I don't know. Not my choice. Whew, getting lightheaded. That's the only downside to doing this kind of thing, is if you're switching out multiple flavors very, very quickly and you're trying to blow this thing out. If you don't got lung capacity, you're going to get lightheaded. Absolutely ridiculous. Have you ever had to blow up a balloon, multiple balloons for a niece or nephew's birthday party, or one of those mattresses that you throw out in the pool, one of those floats, and you're trying to blow it up manually and stuff, and you get lightheaded at the end? This will do it to you if you go through about 6 or 7 different flavors sitting down, you know, trying them out, seeing what you like, what you don't like. Okay, I think I got this thing pretty well cleaned up, and we're going to continue on to the organic Madagascar vanilla tobacco. And this one, I'm only going to put like 2 drops in, just because this video is getting a little bit long for my taste, especially whenever I'm switching flavors and rambling, and y'all have no idea what in the world I'm talking about. So, here we go. That's actually quite interesting. Now, you can smell the vanilla whenever you actually open up, take the cap off, and give it a couple whiffs. You actually smell the vanilla in it. It's very, very aromatic, and it's very pertinent in this mixture, okay? Now, looking this up and everything, it's very similar to the RY4 and the VR4 as far as the base is considered. They use one or the other. I'm not quite sure which, okay, as the base for it. And then they throw in this this vanilla flavor, okay? Also, kind of a coconut taste maybe on the exhale. Maybe it's a switch between the two. I'm not a big coconut person myself, so I'm, you know, doing a placebo effect and saying, you know what, I taste vanilla. Just because I really like the juice, and the fact that I hear coconut, not my thing. So I'm just going to say it's vanilla. Going to add a little bit more juice into this because I'm already starting to taste a little burning part of these things. I'm going to add 3 on here just so I can keep enjoying this flavor a little bit more. I didn't add enough juice the first time, so I'm getting a burnt taste in my mouth. Much better. Now you can actually taste the tobacco undertone, okay, that is pertinent throughout this entire sample pack. And you can also, there's a tiny hint of caramel in there, okay, but that's coming from the RY4 or the VR4 base. I'm not sure which they use. I'll try and look that up and let y'all know. And the main thing that I'm surprised about is how strong and how enjoyable the vanilla mix is in this base. Okay, I was looking at it in the sample pack and kind of going, why did they throw it in there? I can now see why. Okay, because you do get the caramel, you get the tobacco undertone, the earthy tone in there, and this one's the odd bunch out of the group just for the fact that it has that vanilla. But you know what? It's nice. It's nice. I wouldn't consider it an all-day vape, but you know, if you're just sitting down, you know, watching, oh, I don't know, this here, and you happen to have some on you, go ahead and puff it for a bit. It's very, very enjoyable and very smooth flavor. I really, really like it. So we're just going to keep puffing on this a little bit. There you go. It's a very nice flavor to it. But again, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments about any of the things I've reviewed today from the Tobacco Sample Pack #1, if you want me to do a more in-depth video, I know this one was kind of short and blocked up in between each of the 3 remaining ones. Just going to set them over to the side here. If you have any questions about it, feel free to leave me a comment down below. And I hopefully hear from y'all soon. Again, this is Steven from Rate That Vape. Y'all have a good night.